Welcome Strategy Battle Gamers to another GBHL YouTube channel video. You're here with your host GBHL James, and this is another GBHL James Hobby vlog. So as you can see, we are over my kitchen sink at the moment. I've just got back from York after doing some wedding stuff with the lovely fiancée Jane Dempsey, and I thought before I go to bed I'm going to try and strip these Isengard models. So before I left for York, if you have a little look there, I gave all of these guys a good spray of fairy power spray, and I've left it on them until now, which is about 48 hours I have to say, and I've just been getting in here and giving them a good scrub, and as you can see, mostly with the metal models it's coming off okay. I'm using a toothbrush to get most of the paint off, especially some of the details which are a little bit tough. I might have to use a pin or something to get some of the paint out of there if I can be bothered, and I'm using this old scouring cloth here just to clean up the bases that have got the green paint on. Now one thing that I have found while I've been doing this is, of course it's very messy, but it's a lot easier and a lot better than using the Dettol that I was using, which is incredibly messy. However, I am a little bit concerned because I was trying to strip one of the, well, strip the plastic models as well, and unfortunately with this guy not a lot of paint was coming off the plastic model. So if anybody can leave me a little comment and let me know why that might be, that would be brilliant. In the process of trying to scrub him as well, I broke his sword, so I'm absolutely devastated. So this is where I'm up to with my hobby vlog so far. I will come back hopefully when most of these guys are base coated, undercoated with the black primer, and based as well, and we'll go from there. So guys, last time you saw me I was busy stripping down the metal and plastic Urukai after putting the fairy power spray on them, and I'm sure you can remember I had some mixed results. It seemed to do really well with the metal, I have to say. So this is an example of how they've come out. I hope you can see that clearly and in focus. So there are still some little bits of paint in there, but nothing that will get in the way. Some of them did need going over twice. I did find when I was stripping them that the crossbows that were attached to the crossbowmen came off pretty easily, but I'm not too bothered about that. The bits that were really tough were the plastic, I have to say. Now, I wasn't too happy at first. This was the first one that I started with, and as you can see, it's not completely taken everything off, but it has taken a lot of it off. And when I was scrubbing it, unfortunately I broke this guy's sword, so that meant I was extra careful with everybody else. And with the plastics, I seem to be able to sort of take it down to about this level, so you know, without actually damaging the model. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of level of success you guys have had with stripping plastics. But I'm happy enough with this now to go into the next stage. And all I'm going to be doing next is gluing these guys together. I've given them a bit of a wash already under the tap, so I'm going to glue them together, glue them to the base. I will then dip them in the sand, let that dry, and I'll come back to you after I have primed them all. And just a quick one for those of you who don't know about how I glue my miniatures. So I tend to get a standard super glue, just like this. I don't always use the army painted one. I just had to pick this up because my other super glue wasn't really looking after the end of it, and it all got clogged up and blocked, and then I had to cut it open, and that meant that it was always open and it dried out, which is never good. So I get a standard super glue, and what I'll tend to do is I'll apply a bit of that to one area that I want sticking, and then I use some of this stuff. This is an accelerant, and what it does is it creates an instant bond. Now this is really important for me, especially as a Rohan player. I mean, all those cavalry models where the ankles can break really quickly. To take this with me to a tournament, it means that I'm not stood there for ages and ages just trying to hold the two parts of the horse together to try and fix the ankle, because inevitably it just won't stick under the weight. But if you use this stuff, it is instantly bonded. So a top tip there from me, and I'm going to be using this now to glue these guys together. So here's where we're up to with the Urukai army. So as you can see down here, I've managed to glue all of them together. I noticed that a couple of the crossbows that I had crossbows that didn't match them, because there are two different kinds, and I think I had an extra one of one type, and I had to chop away at that to try and make that one work. Big thank you to Jay Finnegan, who gave me the extra Uruk Feral that I needed, and the Berserker that I needed as well. and 2 of the crossbowmen to fill up the warband, because I only realised when I was making this army that I was actually a little bit short. So now these guys were glued together, I've got straight into PVA in the bases, just mixing it with a little bit of water and then dipping it in my sand tray here. I use this kind of gravelly sand. If you've seen my Hobbit Hobby tip of how I base, I like to use this sand that's got the little sort of chunks in it that you can pick out as rocks. Now those guys are all done, the next step will be priming them and spraying them black. Now I'm probably not going to get this done in this hobby vlog video, just because I have primed them a little bit too quickly in the past before after putting the base on, and if it hasn't completely dried then it is going to just flake off. So I think what I'm going to do is call that a day for this week's hobby vlog, and later on in the day I'll probably make a start to priming these guys in time for next week's hobby vlog, which will be coming out on the Monday. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this week's hobby vlog from me. Make sure as always that you comment, like, share and subscribe. Support your Hobbit hobby, and happy strategy battle gaming.